Absolutely delighted. Like, it was domination from start to finish. I pieced him up on the feet and did exactly what I said I would do, and then I stopped every single one of his takedowns. Nobody has ever done something like that to Bilal. It was easy. When you are looking for a fight with Islam Makhachev, the pound for pound number one in the world, the current welterweight champion of the world, and he's someone who wants to grab a hold of your leg and take you down, and in a warm-up fight, stylistically, when someone wants to take me down and get me to the ground with Bilal Muhammad, and I think, was it 10 takedowns I stuffed? That's a pretty good reason to want to see the fight with Islam. Do you know what I mean? Someone said on the broadcast I had stuffed 14 of 17 takedowns of Bilal Muhammad and Shavkat Rakhmonov. I believe it's absolutely the fight to make. I don't believe there's a bigger fight or anyone who's more deserving of the title shot right now.
My opinion is it's down to two people. I think you have been the more active one, and your resume, especially this year, makes you one of the guys. The only other thing is, what about Shavkat? Shavkat does have, the equalizer, but how does it play out with his injuries? I heard he's available come January.
I don't believe a word of that. Right? That's my thing. Okay. That's the first thing I think. I don't believe a word of that. But also, the sport's moving fast. This man has to get back in there soon. So when you've got someone like me who had a very, very tough and close fight with that man, he won the opportunity to fight for the title. And due to the fight with me, he has been out injured and has not been able to be active. Whilst I've racked up a win against the current number 5 in the world and the number 1 in the world in Bilal Muhammad. So, with all due respect to Shavkat, and I have nothing but respect for him, let's talk about him when he's actually back, because he's not right now. So in my mind, he's just trying to maintain relevancy by showing up at these fights and being in the picture and saying he's going to be back, but he's not back. I'm here and I'm ready. And the best ability is availability. And I busted up that knee so bad that night that he's had 2 knee surgeries on it since then. And one of them failed. And this one's, let's see, it's still new.
Did you have a chance to talk to Hunter Campbell while you were there? Do you have a sense for how he's leaning?
I didn't get a chance to meet him afterwards. I spoke to him afterwards. He said I looked great. I said I was through my media, went through everything, and he was gone by that point. I'll give him a call during the week. But it doesn't really matter what his first opinions are of the night. There's been a lot that's happened in the division. I'm the most deserving. There's no argument of that. There's no debate about that. I fought the hardest road. I've beat the toughest guys, and I am next. It's the biggest fight you can make in the welterweight division. You've got the current champion, the pound for pound number 1 in the world, in Islam Makhachev. You've got the most polarizing welterweight in the division, a guy who keeps winning in Machado Garry. These 2 guys alone can sell the fight and put on this massive fight. But then you've got this bigger picture behind the scenes, which is the lineage of legacy and greatness. You've got Khabib and Conor, Dagestan and Ireland. It's now come down the next generation. Islam and Machado Garry. Back at it again at the highest level of the sport for a UFC world title. How does it go this time? Machado Garry versus Islam Makhachev. The number 1 pound for pound fighter on the planet. The current welterweight champion. Looking to break records, break the history of the sport, and have the 17th consecutive win in UFC history. Right? That 17th consecutive fight. On the other side, you have a guy who's wanting to prove and achieve his dreams of being the best welterweight on the planet by beating the baddest man on the planet, the pound for pound #1 in the world. In doing so, I will get a belt wrapped around my waist and I will notch myself as the most successful and victorious Irishman in UFC history, and I will surpass the inspiration that was Conor McGregor, and I will become the most victorious Irishman in UFC history. So there's a lot on the line in this next fight, Ariel. And there's a hell of a lot at stake when it comes to pride for me and my nation and me and my teammate and Charles Oliveira. There's a lot behind the scenes that people are making in this fight, and I'm excited for it. Islam Makhachev has a right and a duty as the champion of this division to fight the best guy in the world, the rightful #1 contender in the world. And you're looking at him. It's Ian Machado Garry.
What happened with Khamzat in the back?
Honestly, dude.
Here's the video for those that missed it.
Ridiculous. So, right where we are right now is at a door, waiting to go. We're waiting to go left or right. We're waiting for security. I am being stopped due to other fighters leaving the building as a security
measure.
Protocol. Arman Sarukian and his team have just come out of medicals. I believe Arman was tying his shoe on the ground. I came out, I put my hand on Arman's back. I said, "Hey dude, I just want to congratulate you. Amazing win. You looked phenomenal." He stood up, he shook my hand, he gave me a cuddle. He said, "You looked amazing too." Put his hand on my shoulder, said, "You looked amazing too, dude. Congratulations." I looked at his coach, I shook his coach's hand. I congratulated all of his team. I then took a step back, and then I see Khamzat. And I'm like, "Oh, hey champ, didn't see you there. Congratulations, good work tonight." And then I said to him, "When are we seeing you back?" He said, "I don't know, brother. Anyone, smash everybody." The typical Khamzat answer, right? I then put my hand on his shoulder and said, see you later, but nothing else, right? Completely friendly, a gesture of goodwill and congratulations to the team. I then take a step back, turn, sip my water. Right, can we go now? We ready? I turn around and there's a security guard in front of us. And I'm like, why are you there? We just had a cordial conversation with no animosity whatsoever. We're not going to fight. And then I think in that moment, due to a potential language barrier and misunderstanding, I think Khamzat took that the wrong way, as in like, he's not going to fight me. And then everything switched and he just started to curse and he said, "Fuck you, bitch," but like all these things. I just turned to him, "What's wrong?" And he just pushed me. And I was like, "Dude, that's so childish." I just came over and celebrated Arman and his team, of which you are a part of. Congratulations on the victory. And now you're turning into a little child, pushing me and verbally assaulting me. This is ridiculous. You're meant to be a champion of this sport. Don't dampen your friend's energy and bring this negative energy. Be happy. Be proud of what your friend just did. And don't come at me with that energy. So I think it's a massive misunderstanding and a massive over-exaggeration on Khamzat's being. And just, I guess I shouldn't expect someone like Khamzat to have the self-control, but I think he's just always looking for a fight, and it was a massive misunderstanding, and I think he looked like a child, not a champion.
Did you see his deleted tweet about you?
No.
"White boy, you will not survive 1 minute in my world."
I definitely would, and I'm pretty sure we're both white, so I don't know what the point of the white boy is.
I think you're right.
Do you know what I mean? I definitely survive a minute with him. I have no plans of going up to middleweight anytime soon, but if he wants to, dude, I'm game to fight. Do I need to prove myself, Ariel? Or does everyone understand? Anyone, anywhere, anytime. If you can guarantee anyone's going to do it, it's me.
Did you see Islam, by the way? I know he was there too.
I didn't see him, no.
Okay.
I would have loved to.
Yeah.
I thought we could have maybe got a little bit of an interaction, a little bit of a face. I wouldn't expect the face off or anything like that, but we could have had a little bit of transfer of energy, and that would have been fun. But I have nothing but respect for Islam. However, he's the champion of my division right now. And he's the only person that's stopping me from achieving my dreams right now, because he's the only person in front of me. So I need to go, I need to get a fight with him. I need to take him out of that way, take him out of my path, so I can go and achieve that dream of being a UFC world champion.
What's Michael Morales' beef?
I don't know. I've never met the dude. I've never spoke to the dude. I've never even seen him in person. Whatever beef he has, he's invented it in his mind. Islam, JDM, Sean Brady, Bilal, Pratches, Morales. The list goes on. Like, it's not a conversation. They all want to fight me because they think they can beat me. They all want to fight me because they either do or they don't like me, or they want to beat me because they think it's going to get them somewhere. They can't beat me and they can't stop me. So I don't care for any of these guys calling me out. Morales, in my opinion, that's the first fight he's actually done something of worth in beating Sean Brady. So fair play to him. He's still, in my mind, he's a flash in the pan. He's new in this division, needs to do more. The ball's in Islam's court right now. Whenever he wants to go, whenever he's ready, wherever he wants, I've said it. If he wants to do it in Dagestan, Russia, I'll be ready and I'll be there. He's mentioned he wants to do it on the White House. I think that's too far away. Why wait? I understand that he has Ramadan and you have to respect that. However, that's a long time away. I would rather we fought sooner, and I'd rather we get this over and done with, and I can get that belt wrapped around my waist, because I don't like inactivity, and Islam isn't the most active fighter in the welterweight division, or in the UFC for that matter. I have earned the right to fight for that title. I have fought the hardest road and the toughest people in the division to get here. You cannot take this away from me. I am fighting Islam Makhachev next for that welterweight world title, wherever and whenever he wants, whenever he's ready. But that belt is getting wrapped around my waist in 2026, and there is nothing stopping me.